state-of-the-art brewing technology, we are still using the same traditional methods we've used for over 130 years. And can everyone see that computer panel down there? That's usually manned by only one brewer, and he or she can input the proper information and also react accordingly if there is a problem. And just to give you an idea of the size of one of these brew kettles down here, they are 18 feet deep, and they hold 835 barrels each. And a barrel contains 31 gallons, so each of these holds approximately 26,000 gallons. And here in Fort Collins, we can make 23 brews per day, or 19,205 barrels. Just saw is then transferred to these tanks where it's cooled to the proper temperature. And after it is cooled, it's then transferred to the primary fermentation tanks. And we can see those roll off in the second set of windows and the third, so we'll move on down. Fermentation tanks, this is where the yeast is added. This is where the wort becomes beer after 5 to 6 days. And we have 27 tanks like this in here, and they each hold 4,200 to 4,400 barrels. 600,000 square feet here in the brewery. And right in front of you is one of our 3 can lines. We also have 2 bottle lines and 1 drop beer line. And even though this is not working, they're doing maintenance on it. I'll show you how it works. First, the cans are rinsed several times thoroughly, emerging clean and ready for the filler. The filler is the circle machine in front of you. And in this filler, we can fill 2,000 cans per minute, or 2.6 million cans per line per day. And after the cans are filled, they go to the steamer, which is the square machine to the right of the filler. And that's where the lids would be manually added if this were running. And finally, after the lids are added, they go down another conveyor belt and are electronically checked and rejected by our electronic checking device. And finally, they loop around this way on this conveyor belt you can see right here, to the left side here. And then they go into the pasteurizer, which is this yellow double-tiered machine. Refrigerated when it is stored. And Adolphus Busch introduced pasteurization to Anheuser-Busch in the 1870s. And this was nearly 2 decades before it was successfully introduced to the dairy industry. Can everyone see the red numbers right there? That is our quality control device, and usually it's flashing and it'll say Fort Bud and the date and the line number and the time, but it doesn't look like it's flashing right now. And this is to aid us if we did have a problem. We could go back and see exactly where it was made, at what time, everything about the can, keg, or bottle. Mirrors. So the forklift driver. Okay, to do.
Oh, no, there's some being things. All you need is that every time.
No, a big place like this, you wouldn't want to walk through it, would you? It would take you forever.
Every time they come across over there, I'll
But it was working today. Well, there's that bottle in back there.
Okay, if everyone looks over to the left, you can see the bottle line is running over there. And the bottle line operates pretty much the same way as the can line, but at a slower speed. We can bottle about 1,000 bottles per minute, 1,200, excuse me, or 1.6 million per day. And we also fill half and quarter barrel kegs in the back, and these are not pasteurized, so they must be kept cold until they are consumed.
What kind of that?
Kegs?
Oh. Where is that?
I can't see it from here, but it's in there.
See the cans getting twisted.
And in total, our daily filling capacity here in Fort Collins is 7.9 million cans, 3.2 million bottles, and 7,680 kegs. And our warehouse holds some 700,000 cases of beer. Okay, welcome to the Clydesdale Hamlet. Please feel free to take as many pictures as you like. Celebrate the repeal of Prohibition. Today we have 3 8-horse hitches, which travel more than 90,000 miles annually and goes to some 300 special events each year. Some of these include the Tournament of Roses Parade, the Orange Bowl Parade, and Mardi Gras in New Orleans. And the traveling hitches are based in Romeland, California, St. Louis, Missouri, and Merrimack, New Hampshire. The Clydesdales who are chosen for the hitch must be at least 3 years of age, be male geldings, have a bay-colored coat, a black mane and tail, 4 white stockings, and a white facial blade. And the Clydesdale breed actually originated in the Clyde River Valley of Scotland. Fully grown, they stand up to 6 feet at the shoulder.
Yeah, we don't want to do that side.
Made by the Studebaker Company. It was originally designed to carry beer, but now it's only used for display. And that makes the total for an 8-horse